Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this important conversation. I'm really happy to be here for strengthening the housing ladder from renting to home ownership. We have an amazing expert today with us to have this conversation and kind of lead us through best practices, community based solutions, and all the other good stuff that we like to hear when we're helping to support our communities. And so, my name is Olivia Harp, and I'm the program manager here at Prosperity Now. And I will be moving through this conversation and helping to facilitate and moderate things. But we definitely enjoy hearing from you. So feel free to float in those YouTube comments, leave any reflections, best practices, comments, questions. We definitely want you to interact with this content as much as possible because the more the merrier, and the more that we have interacting, the more impact that we make. And so here at Prosperity Now, our mission is to inspire bold action and provide organizations with the tools, resources, and research necessary to help people build prosperity so that everyone can thrive. And so we're going to jump straight into today's conversation. I have Sharon Thomas from Financial Pathways of the Piedmont. She is the housing director down in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. So, Sharon, I'm going to pass it over to you just to tell us a little bit more about yourself, your role, before we get into today's conversation.
Hello, everyone. As you stated, I'm Sharon Thomas with Financial Pathways of the Piedmont, the housing director, and I've been working here for over 22 years. I'm very passionate about homeownership and assisting potential homeowners overcome barriers to homeownership. And my goal is to make sure that they know that homeownership is not out of reach for them. So I'm very passionate about that. We do provide comprehensive housing counseling and education. We are a HUD approved agency, and we have a program called the Center for Homeownership that I manage as well. So I look forward to answering these questions for you all.
Thank you, Sharon. I really appreciate that. And so, as many of you know, it is National Home Ownership Month, and this is our featured conversation for this month. This is a part two to a part one that we did around creative solutions for housing. And so, we're really excited to continue this conversation around how we support families and communities to move into those asset building spaces where they're owning their homes that they live in. And so I'm going to kick things off with our first question. And I want to ensure that this conversation is as asset based as possible so that we're focusing on the solutions, our tools, and what we have available to us. But before we do that, we do have to get into common barriers that individuals face when trying to move forward home ownership. So, what are some common barriers that you've come across in your day to day work?
Well, some of the common barriers is affordable housing.
Mhm.
With home prices increasing so drastically for the past few years, it is a barrier to homeownership for some of our clients because the income disparities is affected as well because their wages is not increasing as fast as the home prices.
Mhm.
So affordable housing is one of the barriers to homeownership. Another barrier to homeownership is down payment assistance. So with down payment assistance, it can take some of our clients a while to save for down payment and closing cost fees. So that can be a barrier to homeownership as well, is them being able to provide down payment assistance and closing costs. Another barrier to homeownership, which would be the upfront costs. Another barrier to homeownership is credit and debt.
Mhm.
A lot of our clients have very low credit scores and high debt. So that is one of the barriers we assist them in overcoming as part of our as part of housing counseling. Counseling is overcoming credit and debt. Another problem with barriers to homeownership will be sometimes it's language barriers. You have some people with limited English proficiency. So we want to address that barrier as well to make sure that they understand that homeownership is not out of reach for them as well. And
Mhm.
so we have credit, debt, upfront costs, language barriers that can affect homeownership. So those are usually the main ones
Mhm.
um, as far as barriers to homeownership.
Yeah, and I'm interested to know like what early interventions of support make the biggest difference in your
Well,
experience.
okay, well, the great part about Financial Pathways of the Piedmont, as I stated, we have the Center for Homeownership. We go out and promote our services as well, so people in the community can know that homeownership is not out of reach for them. At the Center for Homeownership, we address the barriers to homeownership and help renters transition from renting to owning a home. And as I stated before, some of those barriers is credit,
Mhm.
money, that type of stuff, and having to pay off collections. So at the Center for Homeownership, we are a HUD approved agency, as I stated. And so we address those issues by meeting with the client one on one. We provide
Mhm.
pre purchase counseling. And during that counseling session, we review their credit report, finances, and their budget. And we develop an individualized action plan to help them address those barriers to homeownership and match their financial capabilities to one of the mortgage products and down payment assistance available in the community.
Mhm. Yeah, absolutely.
Hmm.
And I love how you talked about essentially the importance of having one foot in the community at any given
That's right.
time, right? Because a lot of times we focus a lot on our services and what we have to offer, but a
Hmm.
huge part of that is the approach and how you draw people in. So I would love to hear a little bit about your organization's perspective and approach to drawing community members in, drawing families into your services so that you can support them and maybe what other practitioners could implement as well.
Now, what we do here at Financial Pathways of the Piedmont is that we partner with every housing program in the community because we want to make sure that we stay visible. We attend fairs, homeownership fairs, events. We also host events as well around homeownership. So our service is very important. However, we have to make sure that the community know that these services are available. So
Mhm.
we partner with our housing program partners, city, county, realtors, lenders, anybody dealing with housing, we partner with them so they can know about our services. We partner with Habitat of Humanity as well. We have program Experiment in Self-Reliance, individual development account that does a match savings program. We partner with everyone and we connect with them so we can provide down payment, provide home buyer education as well as pre-purchase counseling for all of their clients. So we have a huge referral base as well by partnering with everyone that's involved in housing in our community. Mhm.
Okay, absolutely. And I also know that a lot of times renters can feel like home ownership is out of reach, right? And
Yeah.
so a lot of that includes encouraging and coaching and just making them realize how close it is. So, what are some tactics or messaging or outreach tools that you may use to just not make, but further communicate how possible home ownership is?
Well, what we do is, like I stated before, our strategies for affordable housing is that we provide pre-purchase counseling. We
Mhm.
want to make sure that they understand the importance of good credit, saving money, because we do require they save a minimum amount towards the home buying process. Because if they invest some of their funds, they are less likely to foreclose. So we educate them about home buy. We provide home buyer education. Sorry, home buyer education workshops, so we can educate them about the fundamentals of the home buying process. Because a lot of times it's lack of knowledge. They
Mhm.
just don't understand, what the process is. So we want to let them know. That we will educate them about that process as well as prepare them for homeownership until they become mortgage ready. So we
Mhm.
work with our clients, we uh, create that action plan, and that's what they use to become homeowners. So we meet with them, the counselors meet with them often to make sure that any issues that arise, they can be addressed early on. So if they lose their job, we partner with Goodwill to make sure that they can go by and get on the computer and look for a job. If they need any type of job training to access another job. So we'll address all barriers when it comes to our clients becoming homeowners.
Mhm.
We provide home maintenance workshop. We want to educate them about maintaining that home. It's important. We want you to achieve homeownership as well as know how to maintain it so you can preserve the value of your home. So we also offer post purchase because we want to stay connected to our clients. So once they purchase their home, after about 3 to 6 months, we'll schedule an appointment, the counselor and the homeowner, and they will develop a new budget and start an emergency fund because they have to maintain the home, and know that it's their responsibility to make sure that they pay for the repairs and keep the home in good repair. So we stay connected through with our parents through preparing them for home ownership. We meet with them frequently. We want to make sure they keep home ownership at the front
Mhm.
of their brain, share it with your family, let them know this is something that we're going to do so we can have a home of our own. So we
Yeah.
say it to our clients.
Okay, yeah, and the whole time that you were explaining the different aspects of support that your organization provides, all I was thinking was holistic, right? Fully, completely, right?
Yeah,
There's a very almost like systems approach to your community into the process for home ownership. And so I know that FPP does a lot, but I'd like to hear a little bit about your community relationships or partnerships that help you kind of touch on all of those areas as well, that help FPP kind of expand your reach.
exactly. So the best part is having great partnerships in a community because you're right, it will help us expand our reach. We can't do it alone. It takes a team of us to make homeownership happen for one individual. So with that being said, when we partner with someone, we're going to partner with realtors. We offer realtor lender workshops so we can train them about our services as well as down payment assistance. We
Mhm.
do offer down payment assistance as well, so we can make sure we fill that gap. So if they need additional down payment assistance, we can provide it. We partner with North Carolina Housing Finance Agency here in our community, and they provide up to $50,000 in down payment assistance. Now, it's two ways they can use this. They can use it for down payment and closing cost fees, as well as increase the sales price if they
Mhm.
need to. If they can't find a home in the price range that they qualify for, they can use the 50,000 to increase their sales price as well, which may help them be able to find a home that's affordable for them. And they do not have to pay the $50,000 until they pay off the 30-year mortgage. So it's important that you work with a down payment assistance program. If you are not a HUD approved agency, uh, partner with one it is in your community so they can provide services, pre-purchase counseling as well as education. Because we want
Mhm.
to empower our borrowers to make sure that they can make educated decisions when it comes to homeownership and understand that it's a process. We partner with lenders. We meet with our lenders. We make sure we understand what loan products they offer so we can match our clients' financial capabilities with the right lender. And we partner with realtors, like I said, because we want to make sure
Mhm.
we're working with people that want to work with first-time home buyers.
Yeah.
So we make sure that we establish really good partnerships in a community. We work with our housing authority here in Winston-Salem. They have a Section 8 home ownership program where they can convert their rental voucher to a home ownership voucher. We partner with the city and county. We partner with everyone that's
Mhm.
dealing with housing. And that would be a good start for anyone that's interested in increasing their presence in the home ownership field. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's work with who work with you, right? Work with who works with you. So that's important. That's really, really important. And also understanding that um, you have to reach across multiple sectors to
Yeah.
ensure that this system all works together to support first-time home buyers that are looking to climb that ladder into home ownership.
Because it takes a team. We
Mhm.
can't do it alone. We have the services to help you correct your credit, get your credit where it need to be to qualify for a mortgage. However, we need a lender to provide the money.
Mm,
So we have a referral process to make sure that our clients work with people that does good business in the community
yeah.
and want to work with first time home buyers.
Yeah, absolutely. And can you talk a little bit? We're going to go off the beaten path just a little bit, but you have mentioned a few times that you keep an eye out for partners and community relationships that actually want to benefit first-time home buyers and want to work with first-time home buyers. Can you speak a little bit more about what that looks like on the ethics side of selecting partners or deciding which relationships to prioritize?
Yes. So as I stated before, we meet with our realtors. We meet with them and let them know what we expect from them as far as their services when it comes to our clients.
Mhm.
They can also participate in realtors and lenders can also participate in our home buyer education workshop. So they are required to do a presentation, PowerPoint, because we provide our workshops virtually, and I review those PowerPoints and make sure that it will educate our clients about the lending process as well as the role of a real estate agent. So
Mhm.
we meet with each realtor lender that's interested in our services. If I receive an email saying, "Hey, can you contact me? I would like to partner with you all," then I do an individual meeting with them. And
Mhm.
they tell me about their services, what they had to offer. And my main question is, are you interested in working with first time home buyers? Because sometimes you have to do some hand holding
Yeah.
because it's new to them. So we want to make sure that they have a great experience, especially with people that we refer them to.
Yeah.
So we like to vet them prior to making them preferred lenders or realtors. We do meet with them in person to make sure that they will be a good partner for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And so you've talked a little bit, well, not a little bit, a lot about all that goes into supporting families and communities as it relates to first time home ownership. So I'd love to hear a little bit about a success story or two that illustrates what is possible with the right support.
Well, as I stated before, we support our clients. We create that action plan. The action plan may include paying off some debts, reducing your balances by 30% on your credit cards. Or you may need to apply for some credit. So everybody action plan can be different. It's just based on your financial situation and your credit. So this one young lady that came in to purchase a home, she has 7 children and she was determined to purchase a home for her and her children.
Mhm.
So she did everything she needed to do. She took that action plan and she met with our one of our counselors, and she was just dedicated. And that's what homeownership is about. You have to be dedicated and committed. We can be committed for you. I mean, we'll support you, but you have to be dedicated and committed to the process as well.
Mhm.
And so she was determined to get her a home for her and her children. And so she reduced her debts on her credit report. She saved her money, the minimum that we require. She saved more than what we require for her
Mhm.
to save, which is good. And we do encourage them to do so because once you purchase a home, you may need to purchase some other things. And we want you to avoid going into debt once you become a homeowner. So she did what she needed to do to get her credit where it needed to be, her credit scores. She saved her money. And also, she met with her counselor periodically. If she had any issues, she would call her and let her know because we also make sure that we are educated about all the resources that's available out in our community, not
Mhm.
just home ownership, just resources. If somebody say, "Hey, I'm homeless, I need some food," we make sure that we let them know what resources are available out here. So while she prepared for home ownership, she got everything done that she needed to do to become a homeowner. And this is the kicker about it. her realtor showed her a home that her grandmother used to clean.
Oh, wow.
And she wound up buying that home. It was just a connection for her.
Mhm.
She said her home is not just for her family. Her home is, she considered her home to be a family home.
Yeah.
Okay, not just for her family, for her nieces, her sisters, whomever. So she
Yeah.
considered that to be a family home. So we were so excited for her and her children to purchase that home, and
Mhm.
she is really enjoying it. And we just decided that she put in the work that she needed to do to become a homeowner,
Yeah.
because it's not just us; it's the our potential homeowners work hard. We work
Mhm.
with low to moderate income families that may have to do some extra things to become homeowners, increase their income. Um, and it can be tough. So we can get them strategies around whatever is going on with them. We
Yeah.
want to make sure it happens for them as long as they dedicated and committed to the process.
Yeah, absolutely. And talk about like a generational significance, right? Talk about generational impact.
Right.
Um,
So I was like, that's amazing.
I
And
know.
once she saw that home, she knew that was the home she wanted to purchase because she had some experience there.
Yeah,
No, never
absolutely.
know.
And she wanted to purchase that home for her and her children. Little did she know that her grandmother had unintentionally planted a seed generations ago. So
I wouldn't even
um
know, and never knew that this would be her granddaughter's home.
mhm,
Okay, I'm just
absolutely.
amazing. It's an amazing story.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you need to share that more often. That is an amazing story. And that's the stuff that we like to hear here at Prosperity Now.
Is
So I would like to know a little bit about what advice you would give to practitioners that are just starting out, right? Who maybe are just starting to build out a program or just starting to take on a new initiative around strengthening this housing ladder. What advice would you give to them from day one, from A to Z?
Okay, if you're interested, become a HUD approved housing counseling agency. It is a process. They would need to contact HUD or intermediary area. They may work in their area. However, if you're not a HUD certified housing counseling agency, that's okay too. What you want to do is partner with an agency that is HUD certified, because a lot of times for clients to qualify for down payment assistance, they have to receive the home buyer education and housing counseling through a HUD certified agency.
Mhm,
So if they interested in starting that type of program, they would need to partner with a HUD approved agency would be the first step. Number two, offer financial education and counseling.
mhm,
Credit counseling, that's very important. Our clients don't understand the process or understand the importance of having good credit. So just start your program with offering financial education and credit counseling. Um, you want to start there, and decide if you want to do housing counseling. Then you do have to work with a HUD certified counselor, or if you prefer, you can offer financial education and credit counseling. um, the one of the best things you can do is have strong partnerships. When you
mhm,
start out, you're trying to partner with everybody you can, because you want to stay visible in the community, and they can give you that reach that you need. And one of the best things about it too is when you provide great services, your number one marketing is word of mouth.
mhm,
And as long as you provide good services, that would be a good reach for you as well, because your clients is going to tell other people you need to go to Financial Pathways if you want to be a homeowner. So we
mhm,
do get a lot of clients through word of mouth. We've been providing our services for over 50 years. So that's the best part about it, is just connecting with everyone. Anybody that can be a part of you increasing home ownership, that's who you
mhm,
need to partner with, because we want to make sure that everyone in our community know that homeownership is not out of reach.
yeah,
Your language is not a barrier for us. We partner with community access partners. Get you somebody that can offer, come in and offer translation. That's what we do. If we don't have somebody in our office that's bilingual,
Mm,
we keep a partnership with community partners access so they can send somebody to translate for us because we still want them to be able to become homeowners. So you want to connect with somebody so you can make sure that you can provide services to everyone in your community. So
mm.
that would be my tidbit about it.
No, and that's really helpful. So, getting good with HUD or getting good with someone who's good who's good with HUD, and connect,
Connect, connect, connect.
and
That's what
start with financial literacy, offering educational classes
you
around just economic empowerment.
It sure is. And
Mhm,
that's what it's about. It's just educating the community, empowering them to know that they can make a difference in their lives, regardless of what the goal is. And here at Financial Pathways, we want to make sure that we increase everyone's financial well-being. That's important to us. Whether you want to buy a home, it doesn't matter. We want to make sure that, we can help you uh, get your finances in order.
yeah, absolutely. Um,
Mhm.
and this is my second conversation with someone from FPP, so I know that you all are very passionate and have big hopes and wishes, for the world of home ownership. So, I'm going to leave us off on this last note with this inspirational question, but what do you hope to see more of in the field to make home ownership more attainable?
What I hope to see is that our government continue to invest in housing counseling. It's
Mm,
very important. We need the funding continue to provide to continue to provide our services in the community. So I hope that our government will continue to support housing counseling services out in the community, so we can continue to increase home ownership and any other services that's valuable for our community. Another
mm,
thing I would like to see is our city and county governments making sure that builders that come into our communities are building affordable homes that our clients can buy as well as rent. So I
yeah,
hope that our community, city and county government will continue to give access as far as affordable housing to builders that's willing to build affordable housing for everyone.
yeah.
So that's what I hope will happen soon in our community, is that we continue to get the support that we need to continue our services in the community, and that our people in our community have access to housing. Is
Mhm.
important to me.
Yeah, absolutely. It all goes back to the ecosystems that we build, to support the work that we do, because a lot of times it can feel like
Right.
we're helping communities and families in a bubble, but then we're a bubble within a bubble within a bubble,
And
right? And so we
within,
want to continue to reach up and reach back so that we can continue to influence those spaces, to garner more support for our communities.
because we can't do it. I mean, they have to make it work. They have to bring builders in here to provide housing for our community. And we advocate for it. We believe in it. So that's what I hope to see continue to happen in our community.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And so, Sharon, thank you so much for joining us for the second installment of this conversation with our friends down at FPP. For our next steps, we want you to visit our website to stay up to date so that you can come to other conversations similar to this one, so that you can continue to get more knowledge and have more access to more experts. We definitely want you to reach out and connect with Sharon Thomas on LinkedIn and all of the other platforms. Sharon, you might get a lot of people reaching out to you, that are interested either in supporting first-time home buyers or maybe first-time home buyers themselves. Um,
That's right.
yeah, absolutely. So we also want you to sign up for one of our networks. If you like content such as this one, please sign up for our Housing and Home Ownership Network. And if you also have a great idea that you would like to submit, feel free to submit a speaker request form, and someone at Prosperity Now will reach out to you to kind of bring your learning opportunity to our greater community. But we really hope that you got a lot out of today's conversation, and Sharon, so very happy that you were able to join us.
Thank you. I appreciate the invitation and I appreciate it so much. I hope if anyone have questions, feel free to reach out to me.
Okay. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.